Just a brief prayer that our time together this weekend may be blessed.
It's not the first time many of those gathered on the idyllic campus of the Princeton Theological Seminary were stirred into activism. 9 years ago, after the mistreatment of Iraqi prisoners at Abu Ghraib, a group of national faith leaders met here in Princeton and launched what ended up being an influential campaign against torture. Now they're here again and talking about the morality of drone warfare.
Do we have rightful authority here? Are these assassination teams centered in the Oval Office?
What upsets Princeton theologian George Hunsinger is remote-controlled killing.
It's a video game. You see these soldiers, these pilots, joking in the cockpit, and you see what's on the screen, and you see, all those crosshairs and so on, and they're blowing people up as they cross the street in a sidewalk. I mean, on what grounds?
Proponents say drones have taken out known terrorists in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Yemen. But human rights groups say civilian casualties are hard to count because of the secrecy of a program partly run by the CIA. While visiting India, President Obama indicated attacks would continue in Yemen despite the leadership crisis there.
Because the alternative would be massive U.S. deployments in perpetuity, which would create its own blowback and cause probably more problems than it would potentially solve.
We have an administration or State Department conducting one foreign policy, and we have the CIA conducting a different and in many ways contradictory foreign policy.
Susan Thistlethwaite is former president of the Chicago Theological Seminary.
Drones allow you to use violence in situations where you would never send in boots on the ground, troops, so that it actually expands the theater of war. And you can make a case now that drones make the whole world a battlefield.
And how is the world going to look as others come on to use these technologies in the same ways that we have?
That threat came into focus recently when a toy drone was discovered on the White House lawn. Sudanese-born Imam Mohammed Majid says drone strikes are a recruitment tool for extremists.
Every time we take one person and then we take the life of innocent people, we create more terrorists.
If the only tool you have is a hammer, then every problem seems to be a nail.
This group comprises mostly pacifists from different faiths.
Are you selling the books?
But their previous campaign played an important role in getting Congress to investigate and the president to ban torture. Jerome Socolovsky, VOA News, Princeton, New Jersey.